I've had insomnia since I was 16. I'm now 53. So the math is like 37 years, I think. That was one of my issues. Otherwise, pretty healthy, except for I had a ganglion cyst on my thumb that hurt for many years. And I finally got rid of it, but it still had pain, light pain. Sometimes if I overused it, gardening, I couldn't, the next day I couldn't hold a teapot. And then the third thing is I've had lower sacrum pain since probably in my 30s. So within 2 days, all three of those things just went away. It was rather miraculous. And I thought, wow, everybody needs this in their life. So I didn't have cancer. I didn't have huge things, but that was a lot in my life. I'm pretty active and I take care of myself. But those were things that really bothered me. And the sleep thing was huge. I did, when I was home taking care of my mom in Colorado, I did have a little setback after 2 months when I came back because I was so stressed from selling her house and going through her things. I did have a slight pain come back in my lower sacrum. And I talked about that with Kathleen. That's called retracing. Is that what you called it?
Yep.
Yeah. But it was so minute, and I just kept up with the X39 and did some other modalities of like listening to the pain, and it's gone. So I am very, very pleased. My mother, her issues, when we first noticed that she had like a mild stroke, probably in the spring. And by the time I gave her the patches, she was walking sideways, sort of to the left. So if she was walking towards you, she never made it straight. And she needed walking sticks to walk around the yard, around the block. She's very active. So this was sort of a hard thing for her. And when I came back after starting her on the patches, my sister then was taking care of her for a bit. Within 5 weeks, maybe earlier, because I wasn't there to see it, when I came back to see her, she was walking straight without walking sticks. Wow. So we don't know for certain that it was a stroke, wasn't diagnosed, but that's our feeling, is that she had some sort of stroke. Also on top of that, she was putting grapes in the freezer. She was putting a key lime pie down in the Tupperware drawer. Like, dementia was definitely setting in, and that is gone as well. So she's becoming more and more balanced mentally. And that's only been, I think, 5 months. On top of that, my husband, who never has anything wrong with him, he decided to try it. And on the first day, he just felt if he's feeling fuzzy, he'll blow out his chakras, and he can balance himself just with his own energy. But he said it was so nice. He just put it on and he could feel the flow all of a sudden. And he just, he felt like he needed a nap, which happened to me too. On my first day, I needed a nap. I was just like, oh my gosh, I can feel this working. I felt like it reset my nervous system. Like, I didn't think I'd known that my nervous system was completely out of whack. But so that was a thing that probably was also working for Nick. I'm not really sure, but he just has so much more ease without having to create it in his life now. And then my dad, there's so much. Am I saying this all? I've got the whole family. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. Yeah, my dad, he started on them, and within a month, he had 5 surgeries in 13 months. And so he was in a lot of pain. He likes to motorcycle and dirt bike, and he wanted to continue doing those things, but he was always in pain when he was doing it. So the pain was there for a little bit. The first thing he noticed was after a month of taking them, all of a sudden he realized his prostate issues were gone. He used to, when he had to go to the bathroom, it came on very suddenly, and there would always be like a dribble afterwards, and completely gone. He's fine. If he wakes up in the middle of the night, he said, I can lay there a while before I don't have to rush to the bathroom. And he just doesn't have that issue anymore. And now I guess I'm trying to think, he is probably 4 months in. He has like very slight pain, but he thinks it's more from the surgery and one of his legs being shorter than the other now, or the muscles or something. I'm not quite sure. So that's my dad. Let me see if there's anything else with my dad. Yeah, I mean, he's doing all these exercise classes now too. And then my doggie Petra, in the stress of rushing home to take care of my mom, she developed some sort of allergy, or I couldn't figure it out. And I wasn't here half the time because I was dealing with my mom at the time. And she started gnawing at her feet all the time. And she was getting scabs and hair was coming out, or she was pulling it out. And I finally made an appointment with the vet. And before I could get the appointment, I just put an X39 on her. And within a few days, it started getting better. And by the time we went to the vet, she's like, there's nothing wrong. So continue what you're doing, is what she said. And Petra got better. And then I stopped the X39. And I think she just must have had more. She was probably working on something internally, because I was trying to give her then my use patches, and that wasn't helping enough. So I just did probably, I wish I kept track, probably another 2 weeks of a X39 every day, a new one, and all better. I feel like everybody needs this in their life, no matter how small their issue is. It can just make their life better. And I'm eternally grateful. Thank you.